Hello and welcome to the Eastside Community Kitchen here at Second Chances Farm. I am Evan Bartle, Chief Growing Officer here at the farm, and I am joined by today the wonderful Robbie Jester of Full Circle Food, who delivers amazing, healthy, home-cooked meals straight to your doorstep. So what are you going to cook for us today, Robbie?
So today we are going to make an awesome chicken BLT sandwich. So it's going to be a beautiful BLT. To me, there is nothing that is more quintessentially the sandwich than a BLT. I used to go to this little spot in Maryland, and the chef there, he had a BLT on the menu, and it was a magical experience. And it was, he made the bread, he made the mayonnaise, he made all of those things. And I remember him describing to me how he put it together, and he was like so vividly describing the BLT that I was like, that's a little much for me, but you make a delicious sandwich, so we're gonna try and replicate a little bit of that today. So we have our Joe Biden No Malarkey Spice Blend here. It's got a little bit of spice in there, some rounding spices as well, some pepper. So we are going to go ahead and start seasoning our chicken. I have this pan on medium heat. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna season the chicken breast with a little bit of salt and pepper. Now this is a chicken breast that we've sliced thin. So I took it and I did what we call butterfly it, which is cut it in half all the way through. And in this particular one, what I did, because we have some large bread there, is I actually butterflied it again. So I have 3 pieces of chicken here.
Real slim.
Real slim. It's gonna give us a quick cooking time.
Right.
And also allow the chicken, because it's a leaner cut, to stay fairly moist in the pan when we cook it. So we're seasoning with salt and pepper. Now normally we would season everything on both sides, but for here, since it's so thin, we're just gonna season one side.
Okay.
We don't wanna over salt or over season. So we have our No Malarkey spice. You can see a lot of those awesome whole spices in there.
Yep. And this Joe No Malarkey chicken spice blend is 1/2 of our amazing new duo that's being released on January 20th, Inauguration Day. The second half of that duo is the Kamala Fearless Fusion Spice Blend, which is sort of a mixture between Caribbean and Indian spices. And you can get those now at Second Chances Farm, spicefarm.com.
And that one is fantastic. This one is great as well. You know, both completely different applications. Right. Both with a little bit of spice, as is the character of the namesake, but fantastic. So we're gonna go in with our pan on medium heat with a little bit of olive oil. I think we have the perfect temperature on the pan there. We're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna go spice side down.
Spice down, okay.
And that is the sound that you want. You don't want some high-pitched crackle. You also don't want it to not make any sounds at all. That little bit of sizzle there
I didn't know there was
what we're looking for.
A different frequency of sizzle.
There is.
Huh.
And that sizzle is one of those things that you kind of learn over time to really to work on and develop. Kind of ditch that stuff over here. So we're just going to saute that gently right now. And then we're going to talk about making, while that's cooking, making our Basil Aioli. Now, aioli traditionally is a mix of egg yolks, a little bit of vinegar with oil emulsified into it. Its definition has transformed over time to be a flavored mayonnaise. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of mayonnaise here. Whichever your favorite brand is okay. We have a little bit of stone ground Dijon mustard here. Going to mix the two of those together. Now, I like it heavy with the mustard. If you like it to be more mayonnaise, certainly do that. A recipe is just a guideline. Right. You don't have to do any one thing in particular. You can always adjust. So now that our chicken is lightly cooked, we're gonna go ahead and flip it.
What are we looking for? Are we looking for a
little
golden?
Nice sear there, golden brown color. And I'm actually gonna take the time now, because it's so thin, we're just gonna go ahead and turn the flame down.
Off completely?
Off completely right now. We're going to use the saute pan again, but we don't want to overcook our chicken. We don't want dry chicken.
Right.
So back to our aioli. We have some beautiful basil here, sweet, delicious, from Second Chances Farm. It is as locally grown as it possibly could be. I think it's 3 doors down to the left. But it's fantastic.
Harvested only moments ago.
And if you didn't know, Second Chances Farm has a farm-to-table home delivery service for produce as well. You're never going to get more fresh, delicious, herbicide, pesticide-free produce delivered to your door.
It's true. You can find that at secondchancesfarm.com.
So we're just going to give the basil a little chiffonade here.
And what is a chiffonade again?
So a chiffonade is thin ribbons of basil. So basically we take the basil, we stack it on top of each other, largest leaf to smallest leaf, we roll it up, and then we just give it little slices there. Because you roll it up that way, it keeps the basil from bruising. It's a beautiful color, you don't lose any of that flavor. So we're gonna go into our mayo with that. And also important to season with a little bit of salt. And I like a lot of pepper, but a little bit of pepper as well.
And that's it?
And that's it for that. So we're gonna move over here to our chicken again. Actually, I'm gonna steal one of these plates from you. So we're gonna pull our chicken off, let it rest on the plate. Then we're gonna go back on with medium heat. And here is what I count as one of the secrets to a fantastic BLT. So we are going to actually just gently sear these tomatoes.
Really?
But before we do that, we're gonna season the tomatoes with salt and pepper. We wanna season everything as we go along. To me, and there's a second secret to a BLT, which has to do with the seeds and the juice of the tomato. We wanna make sure when we build our sandwich that the mayonnaise and the seeds from the tomato are at the same spot. So we want them to butt up against each other, really create kind of a sauce that is the inside of that BLT.
Now this is a new one for me. Never seen seared tomatoes on a BLT.
So we're just gonna take those, we're basically knocking the chill off of them, but we are searing them just a tad. And while we're waiting on that, we can build the rest of our sandwich. So I have a little bowl here. You wanna give me some of that arugula there?
Yeah.
So we have some beautiful arugula from Second Chances Farm here. Again, we're gonna just dress this arugula nicely, a little bit of olive oil, some fresh cracked pepper. I'm gonna take it easy on the salt for now. We want everything to be adding flavor to the dish, not diluting flavor from the dish. So we have some beautiful whole grain bread here. You can use sourdough, you use the whole grain. I just think the whole grain is nice for this application. Okay, so now we're gonna start to build our sandwich. I have this aioli here. We're gonna use all of it. I like a beautiful juicy sandwich. Nobody likes a dry sandwich.
That's true.
Okay.
So are we trying to flip these tomatoes, or are they on one side?
They're on one side. That's gonna give us enough of what we're looking for. You see, you got a great rich color in there. We're just gonna make sure that that goes down next, so that we have the juice and the seeds from the tomato there. Touching that mayonnaise. Again, the main goal of a BLT sandwich, you didn't know it, is gonna be so that when you bite into that sandwich, that tomato aioli drips down your chin. That's what we're looking for. So we're gonna take now, we are going to add our arugula. Spread it out. We have some beautiful applewood smoked bacon. If you like hickory bacon, that's fine. If you like cherrywood smoked, whichever bacon you like. You could omit the bacon as well, but I'm a bacon lover, so we're gonna do that. We wanna make sure that we spread it around our sandwich so we have a little bit in each bite.
And you cook this beforehand, just on the stove top?
So I cooked this beforehand in the oven.
Oh, in the oven.
400 degrees for about 8 minutes. Okay. You have to really watch it, set a timer. I would set the timer for about 5 minutes. Every oven is a little bit different.
Right. And just keep an
but you want to make sure that you keep an eye on it, yes. So now we can go in with our chicken. This is a heck of a sandwich.
It really
this might be a sandwich for two. We're gonna take some of our leaf lettuce here from the farm. We're gonna go on one side with that.
Wow.
And we don't want to ever press a sandwich down. We want to be able to see all of the components.
Whew.
So we're going to take this guy here,
Give it a cut.
give it a cut right in half.
Wow.
There you go. Delicious, beautiful chicken BLT sandwich made with wonderful local greens here. Our Biden No Malarkey spice. Can't wait to dig in.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Robbie. And welcome back. I'm here with Robbie Jester, who just made an awesome lunch for us. I'm also joined by my good friend Kevin Mulholm, who is a employee here at Second Chances Farm. He works in the farm, also works with chefs in the area, and he's going to be our resident taste tester today. And tell us what you think about this sandwich.
So we have a chicken BLT sandwich. It's made with our Biden No Malarkey spice blend, applewood smoked bacon. We have the arugula from the farm, Basil Aioli from the farm, as well as a little bit of green leaf lettuce. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
How do I get into this? How do I just get into it?
No judgment here. Just do what you got to do.
I think you'll find a way.
But people are waiting in anticipation.
Oh, here we go. Don't
drop
the
it.
Sloppiness.
Oh, that's
a nice
attack.
bite.
That's what attack looks like.
That's comfort food. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
I could eat the whole. I'm not going to, but I could eat the whole thing. I like the grill on the tomatoes. It actually heightens and deepens the sweetness of it. I like the taste of spice at the end. It's good. Good. Thank you.
Good. Thanks so much. Thank you, Robbie.
You're welcome. Great to be back at the Eastside Community Kitchen. Have a great day.